Okay, so we're back again in the hood to do another Crayman U characters episode. Today we're doing the second Council of Cigar members. Uh, um, Last month we did Professor Quincy Karen, who faced off against Yudara to try and stop him from entering the Herald Dimensions, castle or whatever. Now talk Dr. Tyler. Now this now this one faces off against Sophia, and his name is Dr. Tyler Manoli. Now, originally he was gonna have like a completely different deck based around like rock type monsters, but then I decided to change it because the names weren't all that, to be honest. So I changed it to something a little more interesting, and I'll explain later. So let's go over Dr. Tyler Manoli's stats. That's his name, Tyler Manoli. So he has had 3 duels. Just like basically all the 4 Council of Sigmar members, they all just have 3 duels. One and yeah, he like the other ones, he won one duel, and that was against some random one, and it was the very end of the duel, so it really doesn't matter or count, to be honest. And he had 2 losses like the other ones, because so first he lost to Sophia because he dueled Sophia, and then he lost to Herald Dimensions after he failed, so to stop. Yeah, then Herald Dimensions took his soul, which means there are no draws or no DNFs, giving him an overall duel score 33.33%, as all the other Council Sacred members. Alright, so because he's facing off against Sophia and her synchro monsters, he's obviously gonna have his own synchro deck. Now, this archetype focused around synchro summoning is called Zombizu. There's not a lot of support for it, so it's kind of like volcanic archetype, very low support, but still a good deck. Basically, it's called Zombizu. Basically, it's just animals but they're zombies. Kind of I don't know what to compare to. If you hear some loud noises, I accidentally left the windows open. There's a bunch of construction machines coming around my area for some reason, and I hate it because it's making a lot of noise, and I'm trying to focus on something. So yeah, sorry for all the noise. Okay, whatever. So let's get into his monsters, and let's get into his deck. So first, start with his monsters. His first monster is Zombizu Lion, which has 1200 attack and 1100 defense. It's level 4. Its effect is, if this card was used for a Synchro Summon, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. And this card is a tuner monster, so it's a tuner monster. It's a level 4 tuner. Zombizu Monkey, 1000 attack and 13 defense, level 4 tuner. If this card is used for a Synchro Summon, you can draw 2 cards. So pretty good effect, Basically, all the ones that are used for tuner monsters each have effect. The Zombizu Lion, you get special summon back from your graveyard, and then if you have another monster that you can special summon, you can special summon that monster, and then you can synchro summon again if you have the right synchro monster. And if you use Zombies and Monkey for synchro summon, you get to draw 2 more cards. So it's basically just like Pot of Greed, but you have to synchro summon first. Next up is Zombizu Elephant with 1500 attack and 2000 defense. If this card was summoned in defense mode, you can special summon one Zombizu tuner monster from your hand. So if you just summon it regularly in defense mode, then you can special summon Zombizu Monkey, and then you can synchro summon. It's perfect. If this card was used for a synchro summon, not as a tuner monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard for a synchro monster to gain 1000 attack points, which is actually pretty good. And the last monster for the main deck, which is it's a pretty small deck because we didn't really get to see much of his deck because he only had 3 battles. One which were most of the battles off screen. The second battle we just showed all these cards that he had, but it's not enough. And the third battle, most of it was off screen. Yeah. So Zombies Around the last one is 1600 attack and 1300 defense. It's level 4. And its effect is you can discard this card from your hand to special summon one Zombies monster from your deck or hand. And this card is used for a synchro summon, you draw 3 cards. Okay, so you can discard from your hand to summon one Zombies monster from your deck or hand. So that's pretty good. It's pretty nice way to get. If you have all 4 of those cards in your hand, you basically just synchro summon at least once or twice in your first turn. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Set of cards for a combo. If you want to call it a combo nowadays. And that's all for the main monsters. Again, to the extra deck, which isn't a lot either. His first of 2 extra deck monsters is Zombizu Tiger with 3400 attack and 3000 defense, which is actually pretty good. It's level 8. If this card was synchro summon, destroy all other monsters with over 2500 attack points on the field. It basically just straight up nukes the field once you get it out. This is basically his big boss monster. This is the Doctor's biggest boss monster of his deck. It's basically just like Cyber except it doesn't self-KO itself. Pretty good effect, I'm not gonna lie. Zombies, and his next and last extra deck monster is Zombizu Gorilla with 3,000 attack and defense. And it's level 82. So this card was synchro summoned in defense mode. Well, like basically, if you decide to synchro summon in defense mode, you get to add one Zombizu monster from your deck, from your graveyard to your hand. So basically, like if you summon in attack mode, you can't. If you synchro summon in attack mode, you can't do anything. So like you have to special summon in. If you have to synchro summon in defense mode if you want to like add a Zombizu monster from your graveyard to your hand. Yeah, and so yeah, now we're done with his main deck and extra deck. Now let's move on to his oh god, I forgot to add spell cards. Well, I forgot to add spell cards for his deck, but whatever. I don't think it really matters. Alright, so we're just gonna skip spells and move on to his trap cards. His first trap card is Zombizu Enclosure. You and your opponent cannot destroy each other's monsters. You can only inflict battle damage through card effects until this card is destroyed. So it's basically just gonna be like one card that like Sophie has to kinda like look out for because she can't like destroy any of his monsters with that card on the field. So she has to like find a way to like um get rid of that card in order to like win the duel. Dr. Tyler Manoli's next trap card is Caged Tiger. If Zombizu Tiger is being targeted for an attack, you only take half the battle damage for the rest of the turn. So like basically, it doesn't like prevent Zombizu Tiger from being destroyed. It just makes it so you don't take all the battle damage. It's half. And the last trap card and the last card of the deck is Silverback Smash. If Zombizu Gorilla is being targeted for an attack, you negate the attack and destroy the monster that was attacking. Basically, like, this card, Silverback Smash, is obviously, like, better than Cage Tiger, because, like, you don't take battle damage at all, and you also can destroy the attacking monster. So, yeah, it's a pretty good card to have. Like, I would say this deck is, like, somewhat competitive. Like, and if this card became, like, yeah, because, like, yeah, this is somewhat, like, it's sort of, like, it's somewhat competitive, you know, like, the main monsters, it's, like, honestly really easy to synchro summon if you have all 4 of them in your starting hand, which compared to size deck, it's probably like, possible. And the extra day monsters are pretty good beat sticks with like some pretty decently good effects because like it like all depends on like if you synchro summon them or not to like have it depends on like which one has the better effect and like one of them like has a really good effect, the one just has like a nice like decent effect, you know, like add effect, you know. And the trap cards, while there's no spell cards, the trap cards are actually pretty good. Like because like Zombies Enclosure, you can't destroy your opponent's you and your opponent cannot destroy each other's monsters. So basically, like you just have to like it's basically good for like stalling out turns. Like basically, if you have all 5 pieces of Exodia in your deck, and like you can basically use this card to like stall out for time, so you can draw all 5 pieces and win the duel. It's really easy if like your opponent doesn't have like a Mystical Space Typhoon or something. Cage Tiger is really good because like you only take half the battle damage, but it doesn't prevent your monster doesn't prevent your monster from being destroyed. In Samurai Smash, it's like the better effect because it negates the attack and destroys the monster that was attacking. So I'd say this deck is like a good, decent deck, like 6 or 7 out of 10 good, competitive wise. So yeah, that was Dr. Tyler Manoli's deck. I'm actually pretty proud of like what I did for his deck. It's actually pretty good. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out my post on shop poll. I also have a DeviantArt now, which you can check out for more Thompson reviews. I'll also be posting some Yu-Gi-Oh! Locked Mentions content soon. And one more thing, I actually now have a Twitter. Remember back in the good old days where like I used to have a Twitter, but didn't really do much because I didn't know what the heck to do on Twitter. Well, now I do, and you can follow me on Twitter. I don't know what I'll be doing there. I'll probably just be like, I was probably just won't be like posting anything. I'll probably just like post some like upcoming things or something. I don't know, like some like important things, like maybe some news about some upcoming series I'm gonna do on my channel. Maybe like promote my DeviantArt or whatever. I don't know what I'll do on Twitter. So yeah, and thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. And I said that, and I'll see you guys next time. Yeah.